Yo, what's up, YouTube? How you guys doing today? I got a little message here for all you fucking Richie from Boston. I don't even know what to call you. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to comment on my channel, go ahead and comment. I mean, I'm not going to fucking ban you or nothing like that. You know, you got the right to say anything you want to say. It's my channel. Well, it's YouTube's channel, but it's my channel. But I like the idea of people being able to say what they want, you know, so I'm not going to block you, you know. But just look what you're saying, you know. Richie from Boston, he does a good enough job, you guys, making an ass out of himself. He don't need your guys' help, too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I was hoping that some of you guys would come over to my channel and, you know, at least, you know, if you got a claim that I can address or, you know, come with something that holds some merit or something, you know, and, you know, I'll address it. You know, I have no problem doing that. But the shit you guys are saying is just fucked up, man. Like, you know, Richie from Boston's been driving by my house and he sees me masturbating through my windows and, you know, that it's my ass, that Richie from Boston's got, you know, let me tell you guys something. You guys know, you know, Megamind 99, that's me. I keep it 100, I keep it 99% all the time. These are the facts. You or Richie from Boston ain't gonna do shit. If Richie from Boston drove all that way, that's all he did was drive by my house. He didn't stop, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, Tim, you know, why? You know, why are you doing, why'd you say what you did on my channel? And you know what? I don't know what the fuck you guys want from me. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I called Richie from Boston out on a couple things, I also gave him props on a couple things. You know what I'm saying? Where he, you know, I had mentioned that one of the best videos I ever seen on YouTube was done by him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't know what you guys want from me. You know what I'm saying? You know, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're getting on my shit. You're talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I'm sure that's what it means when Richie's coming for me. It's the Hive that's coming for me, not fucking Richie from Boston. Because, you know, as much as I think that whatever about him, I don't think he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? To where he's going to, get violent over shit that someone's saying on YouTube. And I'll tell you guys right now, I'm not going to get violent either. But you know what? I promise you, ain't any one of you guys going to put your hands on me. You know, you can talk all the shit you want on my comments and on Facebook and on YouTube and whatever. You know, be the telephone, tough guy, radio Rambo, whatever you fuck you want to call it, you know. But the fact is, you ain't ever going to fucking touch me or put a hand on me. I guarantee that. It wouldn't surprise, you know, I was just a victim of identity theft. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if one of you punk ass motherfuckers were behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know why? It wouldn't surprise me. Because the brilliant motherfucker was smart enough to fucking send my money to them UPS and sign for it. Yeah, that sounds just like a Richie, someone from the Richie from Boston Hive. Brilliant, right? Got this guy out here doing my lawn right now. Nice guy, man. Local pastor. I feel bad too, man. You know, some of these pastors are really good guys and they really have it in their heart that they're doing the will of God, but they don't know that they've been deceived by the devil, you know? And you can't tell them. You can't tell nobody nothing. I just had it out with the black dude at dialysis. He finally looked at the Willie Lynch. You know, before all he would say is, oh, it must be true because you read it. Well, he finally fucking read it. He couldn't handle it, guys. I went to try to talk to him about it, and I already know what happened, man. When you come across the fucking truth, you know, it's so horrible that you go through all these emotions that you won't even process the information right. You guys don't even know, in the 20 plus years I've been into this shit, I ain't nowhere near the level I was back in the day. Even though I started figuring shit out, wasn't wrong, I still wasn't ready to receive it, guys, because it's too heavy duty. You know what I'm saying? It's too heavy duty, you know? You go through all these fucking emotions and shit when you hear this shit, and you're not thinking right no more. All the information I had come across back in the day that wasn't making sense to me, that it's because I was too fucked up and too angry, you know, like all you guys, you know, that are making threats and shit like that. I mean, when I say I was dangerous, you guys, I'm not fucking making shit up, dude. You know, I was dangerous to everybody. Myself, I was dangerous even to my mother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, anything was going bad when I was young at our house, she was afraid to even call the cops. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows I would have shot it out. You know what I'm saying? She knew, give me my space, let me fucking calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? And gather myself back together, you know. So come on, guys, you know. I've come such a long way in my life, who I am as a human being. I mean, that's what my whole point in this channel was. You know what I'm saying? That hopefully is that some of you guys can watch me and relate to, you know, my experiences and the shit a little bit that I've gone through. And I still haven't even started to touch on some of the shit, you guys, I want to get into. But to the guy that said, oh, Mr. Christian, you know, you look high as fuck. Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm high as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I put that in one of the beginning videos, that I really didn't want to get too much on the God subject, because I'm not a good representative of God, you know. Even though I know and understand where that shit goes and what it's saying and where we've been fooled, you know, it really means something, you know, when you're walking the walk and talking the talk, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to God, you know. And I made that. I've said that, guys, you know, that I'm not a good representative of God. You know, I'll talk about God here and there, you know, and try to point you guys in the direction that might have what it takes. You know what I'm saying? I've said everything, guys. I've made myself, and everything I've ever said on my channel, I think I've been pretty crystal clear, you know? And I've even said multiple times, if you guys catch me saying something wrong or something that ain't right, and, you know, there's a couple guys that have called me out. You know what I'm saying? That one time when I really got upset, you know, with the situation with me and my mother. And he called me out on that shit, you know, how I was talking about my mom. And you know what? He was absolutely right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that he mentioned that, you know, because it helped me get back on track and stay focused, you know. The law says to honor your mother and father. It doesn't say, you know, but did they do this to you or did they do that to you? No, it doesn't say that. It says honor your mother and father, you know. Case closed, you know. I don't understand where people get this shit mixed up. Now, unfortunately, because I came in a pretty I don't want to say messed up household. I mean, I had 150% love for my mom, which is more harmful than it is good, kind of, when you're not having your dad balance shit out for you, you know. So I've had to learn all this shit on my own, guys. I got so pissed to do it at dialysis. I'm so fucking tired of black people saying how it ain't fair in America. Now, a homeboy come up, working class dad. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm jealous. I wish I was black and had his dad. You know what I'm saying? This dude went to Disneyland. He went to Disney World. Went to college. What the fuck's not fair? You know what I'm saying? What's fair and not fair in life is what you're going to decide for yourself what's fair and not fair. Because, you know, I've met more than one black guy that says he loves being black and in America. And you know what? These are the guys that were raised by their dads and moms and usually own their own businesses and really done good for themselves, you know. They understand that racism is a tool, and they understand that if somebody can get a reaction or an emotional reaction out of them, that they just control them. You know, that's what really now you're really a slave. I don't know, guys. I'm starting to just, I try to, that young kid Joe, I try to take under my wing and teach him a couple things. He keeps saying, fuck the world, dude. He's like, I'm tired of being a good guy. I'm tired of being shit on and taken advantage. He's like, it's time for me to get mine. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell him, Joe, don't go there, because you guys, I told you, I'm trying to tell him because I went there. It was dangerous. I went to a dangerous place, and I said, Joe, don't go there. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the world change who you're going to be or not going to be. I say, because the world is a cruel motherfucker. And he's like, I don't care no more. Why is everybody else is out here getting theirs, doing whatever they got to do it. He's like, I'm just going to be like everybody else. And you know what, man? Fuck, man, I feel him, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that point, too. I just tried helping this dude and his mom out with a place to stay. I'd known the dude from back in the day, I knew he struggled with drugs and shit like that. He said he wasn't doing it no more, but I've been around the block, you know what I'm saying? When it takes you half hour, 45 minutes to go to the store on a bike when it only takes me 7 minutes, yeah, I'm not dumb, And then, I find him going, he's out in the garage one day. I'm like, dude, do you understand that this is where I live, my spot? You don't do nothing here without asking me. You and your mom said you needed a place for a couple days till you got in your apartment. That's what this is, a place for you to lay your head for a couple days. I'll keep some food in your belly. He tried to give me some money. I was like, no, dude, this is not what this is about. I don't want your money, dude. I want you to get your shit right, You got your fucking mom in a wheelchair in a fucking abandoned car wash. I was like, I can see what's happening too. I started, doing a little digging, and apparently they were at a hotel, and he ended up going to jail. And while he was in the jail, they, his mom wasn't paying no more, so they kicked her out, and put her in a group home or whatever. Well, as soon as he got his mom out. Said, no, I can't let my mom live in a home. But the deal is his mom gets that monthly income, and that's what he gets high on, right? Yeah, I ended up almost fucking his ass up. Had to kick his ass out on the spot, Get the fuck out of here, bro. Going through my shit. You're taking shit, you know what I'm saying? This ain't happening, not here. Laying around till fucking noon, 1 o'clock while you're up all night. Dude, you're 30 years old, dude. Get the fuck out of here. I got a short tolerance for people's shit nowadays, man. All you guys from, you Richie from Boston Hive, dude, don't, you're threatening the wrong motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. Please, you guys, when you make your comments, dude, I see you're insulting the people that follow my channel and my subscribers. Don't do that, man. Help us out. If there's something that we need to know, help us out. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're just saying did. At least when I made my claims on Richie's from Boston's page, I made some claims. You know what I'm saying? That held merit. Please respond. He couldn't respond because he knows I'm telling the truth. Now, you dumb motherfuckers, all he's got to say is, oh, he's just another hater. Like and subscribe or don't. And you guys fall for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what else to tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? Other than, one, if Richie from Boston's driving by my house, he sure as hell ain't never stopped. You know what I'm saying? 2, if Richie from Boston is coming for me, other than over the fucking internet, he's making a fucking serious mistake, You guys don't know where I'm at, We don't call the cops around here, man. It's like that. I'll be seeing some crazy shit. Just the shit people be doing and getting away with, I'm watching this guy, man. I want you to guys go check this out because I'll tell you what, man. He's got a gun shop somewhere. I don't know where it was. The gun shop's called Private Sector Arms. Well, I can imagine with all the shit going on with the shootings and stuff, you got the feds going up in these gun stores pretending they're retarded or mentally handicapped, seeing if they can get a gun. So he's got a couple customers, and what he does, he turns on a video camera to record the customers, and Megamind 99, guys, I'm not being arrogant. Those are the facts. You know what I'm saying? That's my stance, and those are the facts. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking brilliant, I don't know what to say. So I'm a pretty good judge of character. I've done retail sales, dealt with all kinds of fucking people. You know what I'm saying? We used to have our own crazy guy that used to come in the Army surplus store, Mark Vance. That dude was crazy. That dude was the kind of dude that where, you could tell the guys that he was dealing with, they were harmless. Mark, no, dude. Mark came in, you tried to get Mark back out the store as quick as you could, hoping to God he didn't fucking come unglued or whatever it is he does or gets angry. You know what I'm saying? While he's there, yeah. Mark lived in one of the fucking abandoned piece of woods in the fucking neighborhood in an underground cave he fucking built. You know what I'm saying? Mark was hardcore. He didn't fuck with this dude, But these guys, you could tell, were harmless. But the thing about it is, I want you guys to go watch the video because everybody made the comments, was making fun of the guy. Oh, virgin boy, this and that, virgin boy. Oh, he bought a sword. And I was like, you know what? You guys don't understand that guy, the way that guy treated him in his store, he treated him just like he treated any other fucking customer. And I was like, that was probably the first time in that guy's life anybody ever treated him equal, like everybody else. This guy was a real piece of work. I mean, he had a blanket, a wolf blanket, and he was wearing it like a cape. Yeah, so, but the guy didn't treat him no different than he treated anybody else. But apparently one of the guys that worked there is having a problem with this Antifa. And he was at McDonald's. And they had already been harassed by this woman one time. And I guess, they, big bitch, so we'll call her the Beast. Well, he's sitting at McDonald's eating McDonald's with his wife. And the Beast walks up and starts harassing him. Not only is he harassing him, she picks up one of his chicken. She's picking up his chicken nuggets and eating his chicken nuggets. Well, he calls the police. Police didn't do shit. And, you can't do that around here. You know what happened in Detroit if you walked up to a dude and his wife in a McDonald's and started harassing them and eating their chicken nuggets? Stealing their chicken nuggets from them and eating it? Only two things can happen. You're going to get shot and you're going to die. Or you're going to get shot and you're going to go to the hospital and you're not going to die. That's only two things, You motherfuckers that be doing this shit in this college, or even your Richie on YouTube, or, whatever, in some states, that shit don't fly everywhere, I don't know what's wrong with people, man. And it sure as hell didn't fly when I was a kid coming up. You would have got your bell rung by anybody you come across. So guys, come on. Stop with the bullshit. If you got some knowledge to spit and add to the channel, great, good for you. Thank you very much. If you see me saying something wrong and something that I'm not right about, that I can correct myself, please show me so I can correct myself. I have no problem doing that, admitting when I'm wrong and correcting it, so we can get back on board and get back on with the truth and what's the real deal and what's going on, man. Other than that, I don't know what you guys think you're doing. You're just making Richie from Boston even look worse than he already is, guys. That's all you're doing. You're not helping him. I know you guys think you're helping him, but you're not. You're not. So, thanks for the comments, guys, good and bad. We'll see what's going on. I've been really wanting to do some. I got to learn how to get on my computer and learn how to do the screen share and shit. Cause I've been really wanting to give you guys some better content. I've almost not wanted to continue with this YouTube channel, but I started it, and I promised you guys I would take you somewhere. And I gotta stand fast and follow through with what I said I was going to do for you guys. Some of the different things that help me really see, because I don't know where any of my followers are really at. I wish you guys, I don't know, man. I need to learn how to do a live stream and shit like that so I can, touch base on you guys better, so maybe we can get some better personal interaction going, I don't know, I haven't going on watching a lot of the YouTube videos lately, so I don't know, whenever anybody that I was subscribed to or followed, their shit would pop up, any of their new shit, and that hasn't been doing it lately, so I don't know what's been going on, with like Daniel Pratt or, I'm sure he's still got some good shit coming, Yeah. If you're still watching the videos, Dan, stand fast, bro. God bless you and your family. Keep doing your thing, man. I don't know, man. You know what I wish, man? I wish that we could get together, man. Like, just the handful of YouTubers that are out here, I mean, I wish I had the money, guys. I would even pay for it, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that would be like a really great experience and joy, for the real truthers, just to be able to sit down with each other, you know what I'm saying, and just hang out for a day, you know what I'm saying, and it wouldn't even, and I don't even know, it'd have to be some type of activity, because I just wouldn't want to sit around and talk about all the fucking dark and nasty shit that we know, you know what I'm saying? It would be, it'd have to be some type of family type event, you know what I'm saying? Not like you see these truth movements, I've seen, I was watching, what's his name, the Flat Earth asshole, when he was going around, and all these, the truth movement and the truthers were starting to meeting together, and, it was just like one big party, motherfuckers getting stoned and drunk, and, ours couldn't be that, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be something like that, It would definitely be children friendly, and yeah. Who knows what happens in the future, guys? I don't know, I've been on this Facebook site, the Order of Man, and they trying to do stuff. They see, how masculinity is being attacked here in America, and there ain't very many men left in this country, and I was telling them, I was like, you guys, everybody's fed up with the Boy Scouts of America. I was like, you guys there's so many guys on here, there's a couple 100,000 members. You need to start a new man club of America, where you can start these kids out, just like Boy Scouts, where you start them out at a young age, teaching them principles and giving them a foundation, Now they got fucking faggots and transvestites fucking leading these Boy Scout clubs, What the fuck, man? Come on. And it's such a shame that the Boy Scouts of America didn't stand their ground on that shit, Which I'm sure it's a Jesuit organization anyway, you know what I'm saying? But that's not the point, The point is there was it used to have this foundation that's been destroyed. And, nobody's got no balls to stick up. No, your little fairy can't be in my fucking Boy Scout group. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. We teach that that's not okay. You know what I'm saying? So, no, you can't be in it. No, I don't want your son hanging out with my kid. Please, no. You guys start your own club. You know what I'm saying? Brilliant, right? I told you I was a fucking genius. Start your own club. You know, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you trying to come and fuck my shit up and pollute my shit? Start your own shit with your own rules. You can do anything you want. You can have sleepovers where you teach each other how to give each other hand jobs and shit. I don't know. What the fuck? But start your own club. Now they fuck the Boy Scouts of America up. You know, they need to start their own. You know what I'm saying? And they need to start it, you know, better than the Boy Scouts, where these kids are, you know, are starting to earn mechanics badges and carpenter badges and skilled trades. By the time they're 15, they're ready to go work. You know what I'm saying? By the time they're 15, they're a man like they should be. The fuck, man? Say goodnight to the bad guy, right? I'm going to get some of those t-shirts you guys made, for sure. One day, I'm going to walk into my closet. Every shirt's going to say goodnight to the bad guy. And I can just wake up in the morning and put it on. Yeah. Yeah, they were hot, you know. But they did the same thing. Fucking the black dudes. They went into their hive. They were pissed at me, man. They even told me, we're not talking to you no more. We're done. And they went and they sat there and they talked to each other about, you know, sports and fucking Obama and the new president and politics and, you know. Yeah. And then they sat there and they went and told each other how, I don't know. I just don't understand, you know. I can't know because I'm not black, you know. Fucking whiners. You know, we all complain, guys. But there's a difference between complaining. You know, I'm complaining right now about fucking, you know, Richie from Boston and his fucking hive. But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and make fucking video after video about it and fucking, you know, my YouTube channel's not no good because of Richie from Boston and his hive. They destroyed it. You know, I can't do nothing because of Richie from Boston and his hive. That's whining, guys. With all these fucking black guys out here whining. But that's what a boy does, you know. He whines. You don't see no black men out here whining or complaining about their conditions or their situation. They're out here getting theirs and they're happy. And I mentioned to the guy too, I was like, you know, I'm really confused here now, you know, because most of the people that work in our clinic, everywhere from the technicians to the nurses, are black. I mean, how the hell did that happen? I mean, that must have been an act of God for them to get that job, right? Miracle. Had nothing to do with them being able to perform and do the job and actually putting the application in and showing up to work. That had nothing to do with it, you know. But, you know, a few of them are from Grenada, you know. And we got, like, here in Inkster, you know, they're rebuilding this area. They want all these fucking niggers out of here. All the low-income scumbags, they ain't doing shit yet. They want them gone because they want to rebuild this area. So they're bringing in blacks. Black people that are treated so unfairly in America, you know. And that's what I told the dude. I said, you know, and I asked the lady there that's a foreigner that takes care of me, one of the technicians. She's from Grenada. I said, hey, I got a question for you. Clearly, black people are treated unfairly in America. I mean, it's unequal here. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the same employment opportunity. You don't have the same opportunities, period. I was like, out of all the places that you could have chose to work and go to move to, why the hell did you choose America if it's so unfair here for you? She just laughed. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows. Black people that come here from Africa these days, they don't give a fuck what you think about them. They're here to get their piece of the pie, and they understand what the law is, and that's all they care about. I don't care what you think about me. Don't come in my yard. Don't touch me, and we'll be good. Very simple people. You can say anything you want to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. But you can't tell these people this. Even the ones that are smart. Now, my buddy Kenny, he's intelligent. He's smart. But you know what? He can't break away from the hive. And I understand that, guys. I really do. We want to be liked, and we want to have relationships with other human beings. So, like, okay, Kenny's starting to understand, and I'm showing him stuff, and he's a brilliant kid. He comes to me all the time. I mean, he calls me his mentor. You know what I'm saying? He's like, Tim, you don't understand. Ever since I've met you, I've gotten 2 promotions at work because of the shit that I've learned from you. He's like, I'm really moving forward in my life. He's like, I want to thank you so much. He's the one that, told me to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which you guys need to read. You know what I'm saying? And, but even he's a part of Hive. Okay, here in Inkster, we got the house that Malcolm X and his brother grew up in when they were kids. Well, this house is abandoned. The lot's overgrown and shit like that. And I guess they finally was able to get it recognized as a historical landmark. And now they're asking, people that have taken the duty of the responsibility of fixing it up and are asking for donations. Well, of course, Kenny's trying to get involved with that and help out with it. And, he's starting to realize the shit, you know what I'm saying? That, Martin Luther King is a Jesuit fucking, puppet. Malcolm X, too, that all these guys are gatekeepers and heroes for, certain people in the country. But there's still a part of him, as much as he knows, he doesn't, he still wants to have relationships with his people. And I get that, guys, I get that. But, at some point, it comes to the point, too, where who are you, Me, I don't know, I gotta decide, like, I like the guy Jay at dialysis. I like this guy, luckily we've been able, I know where to go and not go with him, you know what I'm saying? And, hopefully, he can start to see, you know what I'm saying? I already know what happened. He saw that Willie Lynch letter and he got so fucking angry that he wasn't able to digest it properly, and rightly so, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning, I was so angry over this shit. Like I said, I was so dangerous, and I started just looking, like I said, you guys, it got to a real bad point, where I became real numb, numb emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to the point where I looked at, like I said, I looked at human beings no different than the meat on the shelf at the grocery store, meat. They're just meat walking around, ain't got no thoughts, ain't got no brain, just meat. Ain't got no heart, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was lucky, though, that, I was lucky I was able to put the pieces of the puzzle together and come out of it, But, it seems like you even when you try to do good for people, man, these days, like that guy was trying to help, for Christ's sakes, man. Trying to help him out, and, you just get you just get taken advantage of every time, and, I told my mom, too, I was like, isn't it fucking unbelievable that every time we try to help somebody, we just eat the biggest shit sandwich for doing it? And when she just started laughing, and I said, you know what we need to do? I was like, for now on, let's just eat it fresh. You know what I'm saying? We'll eat the shit sandwich fresh when we start helping somebody, instead of letting it sit around and getting old and moldy, for a week, and then eating it. I was like, let's just eat it fresh and understand we're going to eat a shit sandwich for what we're about to do. But just try to tell ourselves in the back of our mind that, what the scripture says, that you never know when you may be entertaining an angel, and it is what it is. I tried to help them, but, when you can't help nobody, and when you realize it's that point where you can't help nobody, that they are still doing drugs, and they're just going to steal from you and take advantage of you. And I noticed real quick when he really tried doing a lot of stuff around the yard and the house, I was, usually people that are trying to keep a roof over their head and they ain't trying to pay for it and ain't got no money and trying trying for the people not to get rid of them. You know, they'll go above and aboard. I mean, this motherfucker woke me up at 3 in the morning doing the dishes. And I woke up fucking hot, man. I walked into the kitchen and I'm just staring at him. And I'm like, I didn't even say nothing. I'm just looking at him, you know, and he's looking at me, and he's like, I'm like, dude, you do understand it's 3 o'clock in the morning and everybody in this house is sleeping and you're in here banging fucking pans? I was like, the fuck's wrong with you? But I know what's wrong with him, man, because I stayed at his house before. That's how I met this dude, you know, back in the day, about 10 years ago. When I was delivering pizzas, I used to get some weed off this dude that used to hang out at his house. Everybody, you know, he was the one white family in the black neighborhood. They called them the hillbillies. And I went over there to get some weed one night and hung out a little bit, you know. He had a house full, dude. There was his mom living there, his dad living there, his brother that lived in the basement and worked and paid the bills. You know, his dad went out every day scrapping. And his dad had, you know, it was Frank that was living there with her girlfriend and fucking 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? And fucking whoever was fucking crashing there, you know? Because whoever crashed there, you know, his dad would take him out every day, and his dad was old, you know, so he needed help scrapping and shit. So it was kind of like they didn't care who hung out there. So you had people there up all hours of the night. I used to go there some nights, you know what I'm saying, and crash out, you know what I'm saying? I knew there nobody there was going to hurt me or bother me, so fucking I felt safe, you know, whatever, dude. I get there after work, you know, by the time the pizza place closed and I ran my last delivery, you know, I get there about midnight, 12:30, hang out for a little bit, smoke a little bit of weed with them, and then go to sleep in the recliner, and I was up and gone before anybody even got up. Because that's, like I said, it was one of them houses where people were just up all nights, sleeping all hours of the day, you know, shit like that. So it didn't surprise me when he was up in my house doing dishes at 3 in the morning. But, you know, I don't run the shit, you know. My house, I run a tight ship, guys. If you guys have watched my videos, I think you guys probably see that in me, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing about me is I'm super fair, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that guy. I'm fair. I mean, when I told the dude, he asked me if I had a room that he could rent, you know, and I told him, no, dude, I don't actually. And he said, do you got a cigarette on you? And I said, no, but come over to the house, and I got some smokes at the house. Well, when he told me, the sad part about the guy's a good mechanic. He's worked on my cars, and he's a good mechanic. And it's sad that he struggles with his drugs, you know. But, that's when he told me. Before he told me him and his mom was staying in an abandoned building. Well, I thought that he was just staying in one of these abandoned houses, you know. Probably rigged the electricity and shit, you know. Then he was like, mentioned that they're staying in the abandoned car wash next to the gas station. And then I'm thinking to myself, usually, you know, I wouldn't even have ran into the dude if I wouldn't have came out. I was sitting outside the gas station. I just got off dialysis. I was feeling really out of it. Walked up there, got myself a water, sat down before I walked home. If I wouldn't have sat down to take that 5-minute rest and drink my water, I wouldn't have ran into him. So I'm telling myself, man, you know, is this God? You know what I'm saying? For some reason, I ran into him today, and now I ended up finding out, what? You didn't tell me you were staying in the car wash next to the gas stations. It's abandoned in the little fucking office there. I was like, no, you can't do that. You said that you guys only need 4 days till you get in your next place. You can come stay with me. You know what I'm saying? Wrong move. Ended up having to kick his ass to the curb. Yeah, that's when you really start to know people, is when they're staying at your own house. You know what I'm saying? And it's my fault, you guys. Next time I helped anybody out with a place to stay for a couple of days, you know, that's all I can do. Is I'm gonna have to lay the rules down before they even come on the property, and let them know, you know, I will not hesitate to fucking send your ass out in the middle of fucking -0 if you're up in my shit, disrespecting it or fucking acting like a fucking animal or a clown or whatever, you know. I don't know, guys. I don't know how many of you guys are. This is a long ass video. I don't even know how many of you guys are gonna fucking. If you guys even follow my shit like that. I haven't been really making no videos or giving any good content lately. I've just been really. This identity theft's got me messed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't get food stamps. I can if I want to, but I don't get food stamps. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's that bad for me yet, you know? Even though I'm on dialysis and I have, hard time, with a full-time job, I do my little side shit or whatever here and there to make a few extra dollars. I can still afford to feed myself, but that fucking cunt down there that fucking stole my fucking money, yeah, that really set me back. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, it's been oatmeal and rice now, for a while. You know what I'm saying? Which, I'm not complaining. It's food. You know what I'm saying? You guys better get ready. It doesn't bother me all that bad because I know these times are coming anyway, whether I want to or not. You guys better start thinking about that. That's the one, I mentioned that in one of the prepping videos, the two most important things that you're ever going to do for prepping is, one, discipline on your diet and preparing yourself to go when you need to get away, when you need to survive on just a little bit of food, and then communications, man. Communications. Especially for you guys, you guys that are got your little, whatever, some of you guys got your groups and stuff. I know the prep groups and stuff like that, and some of you guys, I know some of you guys out here, when shit gets bad, you're gonna fight. I know you are. You know what I'm saying? I know you got it in you to do it, and that's gonna be, I hear you guys, all these videos, tons of videos. Buy this type of rifle, this is the best ammo, this is the best knife. Nobody's talking about communications, and your communications is going to do you more than it'll do you any rifle can ever do. I tell you right now, man, I'll be more effective with black powder muskets and communications than guys with AKs and no communications at all. That's a fact, guys. Look at history. Look at different people that have fought throughout history. That is the one thing that made the difference whether they were going to win or not, was when they started gaining communication abilities. Changed the game overnight. So, yeah. A lot of cussing in this video. Sorry, guys. I know that's not Christian-like, You guys are going to bring that up and call me out on it. Go ahead, do it. You're right. I'm not that guy. You can't fuck with me. So all you, the Richie from Boston Hive, I don't know, you guys, keep your circus over on his end, please, or else come to my channel and make a comment, if I said something about Richie, that you felt wasn't right, address that, particular item that I said, and, I'll explain what I was talking about and what I meant, we can do that. But, no, you're not going to kick my ass. Neither is Richie. I doubt if he, drove all the way over here and drives by my house, and looks through my window and watches me jerking off, you know what I'm saying? I doubt if he does that. And if he did drive all the way over here, what does that tell you about him? I never met him. He didn't stop. He didn't leave a note on the windshield or in the mailbox. You know what I'm saying? So he drove a long fucking way not to do shit, right? Shut the fuck up, man. You guys... What do I know, right? You guys have a good day. Stand fast with the truth, guys. Thanks for subscribing. We'll talk to you here a little bit soon.